Hi everyone, good evening. I Vasana, how are you today? Welcome. See you after a long time. How are you doing? What are you doing today? Today we are doing kind of an extension from yesterday's tutorial. So this set of tutorials are for beginners and it can be for anybody, but if anyone like to know about polymer clay and wanted to do a craft with polymer clay, so I'm showing a step by step how we do it. Today what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how we create beads. Sounds easy but what I'm going to do is I'll show you how we condition the clay and how we mix colors and get pattern on the clay, and using that how we create the bead. So it's a process. So I hope you will learn something from today's video as well. Let me get my tools ready. I need my roller and a few things here. So bear with me for a second, guys. Hi Kamala, how are we today? Thanks for joining. I am getting my tools ready before we start. So today we are doing again the polymer clay, but I'll show you how we create the beads using polymer clay. So I'll show you every single step that I'll do, starting from conditioning the clay and color mixing, and also adding some patterns on the clay. And toothpicks as well. Toothpicks always comes handy. I'll show you how and when I'm going to use the toothpicks. So what I got here, this clay, you can see it's leftovers. I'm going to use this one as well. I'll rather chop it out because it's still in a workable condition. How I'm going to do this is using my rolling pin and give it a couple of rolls. Hope you can see what I'm doing. If you can't see, let me know. You can use the clay machine to mix this one. I mean pasta machine, you know that the pasta machine that you can do it in layers. But I usually use the cutting technique. I'll show you in a minute. And the other technique that you can use is this rolling technique. Use the rolling pin. And you might wonder why I have this double baking paper. It's mainly to prevent the sticking. So here we go. Now I'm going to use my blade. Cut into small pieces. As you can see, once we mix, once it blurred. Can you see it properly now? Now you can see it's still not blend well, but it's a really good pattern if you using this to make jewelry. Have a look, guys. See? It's a nice pattern. So yeah, my purpose is a different one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a solid light pink color, and I'll show you how I am doing the color mixing blending pattern. There are different effects you can do. This is kind of a marble effect, but the one that I'm going to show you different. It's more like different shades on the same bead. So let's get this clay conditioned properly before we get started. So I will give it a few more cuts. Once you cut the clay into small pieces, it's easy to mix and blend, or else simply you can use the blending machine or the rolling pin. Use the method that suits you the most. For me, I prefer this cutting technique. So you simply cut the clay into small pieces. Mind your fingers. Make sure you don't get hurt. Okay, then simply blend them all together. You might think why I'm wearing gloves, but the people who are working with polymer clay, then you can use bare hand, but when you're working with polymer clay, one barrier or the one distraction is always the dust. So if you use a glove, it avoids getting some dust onto your clay. But again, guys, it's so hard to avoid, so you got to make sure you clean your surface, you clean your tools before you start. Now you can see the clay is mixing well. It's a very soft pastel color pink. So I will give it a little bit more. I think we are getting there. Here we go. That's the color I want. It's soft pastel color. Hi, Indica. Welcome. අයිවාන් කියලා පිළිගන්න. අද අපි කරන්නේ polymer clay වැඩක්. polymer clay වලින් beads කොහොමද හදන්නේ කියලා. Indica ඉතින් මේක කරන කෙනෙකුට income එකක් විදියට කරන්න පුළුවන්. So ඒක නිසා මම tutorial එකක් විදියට තමයි මේක කරගෙන යන්නේ. මම හිතනවා ඔයාගේ ප්‍රශ්න උත්තර දෙන්න. අපි polymer clay වැඩක් කරගෙන තමයි යන්නේ. So the next one is I'm going to get the darkest shade of the pink. Hi Jenny, how are you today? Thank you so much, Jenny. So I have a very soft pink. Now I'm going to shade up. So what I'm going to do is I'm adding some red and white. That's the easiest way that you can make pink, red and white. Let me get my white. I might not have the conditioned one, but let's do this together. Hari Indica කෙනෙක් ඉන්න මම සිංහලෙන් ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් දෙකම කරනවා. මොකද මගේ සමහර join in different countries වල කමක් නැහැ නේද? Alright, this is my white. I'll just give it a little poke. And what we're going to do is mix mix with the red little by little. I don't want to overpower with so much red, because I just simply need to have a slightly darker version of this soft pink. So here, nice, thanks Indica. So here I am adding some red. There are several methods that you could blend this one. As I mentioned earlier, you can run through the pasta machine, the clay machine, or else you can use a roller to roll it, or you can use your fingers. What I usually do is the cutting technique. Simply cut this into small pieces. I like this kind of a spiral marble effect. It's really good for jewelry. So we cut this into small pieces. Then mix it. I would roll it. Still, you see, they're not mixed well, so you got to go with several more conditioning turns. I am having troubles with my gloves. It's a medium size, but I need a small size. Pulleys ran out with the small size, so I got to live with this medium until that finish. Okay, let's cut them again. I'm going to start with this side so I can use my both hands. As you see, it's much similar to this color. So what I'm going to do is, since we are at the blending stage, I'm adding a little bit more red. Goodness, my gloves, excuse me, so much trouble. Mix, mix, mix. As you see, this is different, but not my liking. So what I'm gonna do, තීන්ත ගන්න පුළුවන්. එක මෙතඩ් එක තීන්ත කියන්නේ paint කරන්න අපි paint කරන එක ගන්න පුළුවන්. So guys, actually if you're using the white clay, you can use paint, but it's a little bit messy. So since I already have the clay, I'm blending the clay. Otherwise you can use the pigments like this. So this is the gold color dust. Once you add the pigment, it also helps you to get the colors you like. So what I'm doing is working with the clay that I got. Actually guys, I will show you maybe in few weeks time. I'll show you how you're gonna make your own polymer clay from the scratch. I'll show you how we do homemade polymer clay. Then for that we can add some pigments, paint, and also the other thing is you can add some pastel. Let me show you. If you have the chalk when you say the colors, so you can add the this one as well. can kind of grind it and add some colors. So that's the other way that you could color your clay. I'm going to add a little bit more red. I'm going to be generous this time. And a huge chunk here. And give it a roll. Shall we all double tap the screen and like the video, guys? And if you're new to my channel, Bella, don't forget to subscribe with the notification all icon so you won't miss any live streamings from me, and also by bite-sized tutorials. If you watch my long videos, you could find some bite-sized tutorials around polymer clay, resin, and also micro drawing. Alright, now we get in there. I kind of like this color that I'm having, but I got to blend it well. Otherwise, you could see this kind of a unblend, unconditioned marks. So make sure you blend your clay well. You can roll it or run it through the pasta machine. Cut and mix like what I did. Okay, I really like this pink. It's also pastel color, but it's a few shades above this color. This one is more towards white, and here we get the pink, more like peach pink. So I'm gonna make a sausage, and here we go. So the next I need much dark color, so I'm gonna get chunk of red. මේ වගේ මම සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ඉන්දික හදන්නේ key rings හදනවා, jewelry දේවල් හදනවා. Yesterday we made this charm for a key ring. If you missed how I did it, get this color effect, you can go back and watch. Make a charm එකක් key ring එකේ ලාන්න. මම අර චුට්ටි දෙකෙන් පෙන්නන්න. මම කලින් හදපු key rings කීයක් දෙනවා. මේ charm එක හැදුවේ jewelry එකකට. මේක ඊයේ හැදුවේ. So I haven't finished making the jewelry. So these are for jewelry. And for today we are making beads. අපි beads වගේක් හදනවා key ring එකකට. Enough, not enough. I think I'll add a little bit more. And here we need little white. Where's my white color? So this one's right from the back, it's not conditioned. So here I'll show you what I'm going to do with this one. Let's add a little white, and I have a leftover. This is translucent clay that I used yesterday, so I'm adding that as well. Sorry. A little bit of work for us to do here. Get this clay mixed properly. condition properly and blend properly. So let's start cutting them into small pieces. This is the best part. My favorite part is cutting the clay. It's very satisfying. This one actually really good for an earring design. Christmas coming. If someone's like red color, this blends so good for the earring. I can do it, but if I start doing it, I might divert from my main purpose today. Today I'm going to show you how we're going to make polymer clay beads. But through that process, I'll show you how we condition the clay like this and then making different colors. Then the next one I'm going to show you after we did this one is how we're going to blend these colors and get the unique design on our beads. So let's mix. It's like another candy cane. It's so windy out here. I actually thought there's gonna be a storm, but nope. Let's mix them all. This is how it looks like. So we poke it, stretch it, තියෙන ගසවද ඔක්කොම දීලා කයක චුට්ටක් condition කරගන්න ඕන අපිට ඕන විදියට. Here we go. Once you cut and then mix, it's easy to blend the colors properly. As you see, they're mixing well. Hi, Celine. Celine, oh, Piper. How are we today? I will do another round of cut and mix. Sorry, I think then we get everything ready. Welcome all again. I welcome you all to my channel below. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe with the notification all icon so you won't miss any live streamings or bite-sized tutorials. I can't talk today. And bite-sized tutorials and also these live streams. Here we go. I think we got this right. So these are our shades. This one's much similar. I wish we have a little dark side of it, but that's okay. Alrighty guys, so let's make a sausage. So we have 3 sausage, different shades of pink. What I'm gonna do, I'll get kind of a same portion. I'll save these things for later. put it here for now. Kind of do a rectangle. You don't have to get the shape, I mean the exactly right shape, and attach them to each other. What I'm gonna do next is get another baking paper, put it on top of it. So as you see, what I did was attach this. Hello Maggie, how are we today? Maggie, we are creating a polymer clay beads, but we learn how to condition the clay and how to make unique colors, and also now I'm going to show you how we get the shades. So we put all three colors like this attached to each other, and use another baking paper, put it on top of it and blend it. So I'll blend it this way, roll it this way until I get everything kind of attached to each other. Now I'm gonna roll this way. This is gonna be pretty easy if you run this on a clay mixing machine or a pasta machine. My pasta machine is so sticky, and also it's for pasta, not for clay. So I am doing the rolling technique. I might do this for several times. As you see, they are kind of blending. I'll keep doing as I need. To blend them well. Easy muscles. I'm a little bit hesitant to blend directly from the roll. Sometimes it's tend to stick. So that's why I use another baking paper. Put on top of it and then roll it. So what I'm going to do next is, you see, here's my long blade. There we go. I'm gonna into a long string. Still save these bits and pieces. And I'm gonna work with this one. So I'm gonna roll it again. Make it a little longer. So you guys can use your muscles. Hi, Miraka from the corner there. Chutti beka kakak. Oops. Okay. 3 more rolls. I'm happy with what we got here. So as you can see, I have a stripe that the colors blend to each other. I'll show you, these are the colors that we use. These are the 3 different colors. You could add some black and white to get the contrast if you like. But I am happy how I get this one. And I'll add the black contrast, the clay little later. So what I'm going to do here, guys, I'll show you. Start from one edge. Just blend the clay into like these directions. Like this. මේ වගේ මෙහෙම නමන්න. It's very satisfying. That's what I love about polymer clay. You can't feel it, but I can, even though wearing gloves, I can feel it. The softness, and its warmth or the coldness, it's really good. So once you get this one folded, what I'll do, I'll give it a little stretch. Still keep the same shape. And I'm gonna Hi Shama. Is it so cool? Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna bend it like this. And here we are creating kind of a cube. So you can use your fingers, or simply you can use the tool to flatten it. If you don't have this plastic one, you can use a tile. So we are creating a cube. Okay, so if you just join, you might wonder what I'm doing. We are in the process of blending the clay and get a unique pattern and create some polymer clay beads. So, last past 30 minutes what I did was I showed how to condition the clay, how to create unique colors, and then we blend them together. Now we create this cube. What I'm going to do next is cut this cube right in the middle into portions and attach like this. As you can see the designs showing through. It's blended so well, the light shades to the darker shade. And again, you are creating another dice. It looks like a marshmallow. Guys, if you like what I'm doing, don't forget to double tap the screen and like the video. And if you're new to my channel, voila, don't forget to subscribe with the notification all icon. I'll do live streamings like this. They are more tutorial based, and also I do some long videos and the short videos, but everything's connected to the mindfulness. So I do mindful drawing, polymer clay and resin work. If you like to connect with me, don't forget to subscribe. Okay, now I'm gonna cut this again into half. As you see, the pattern is spreading now. Attach them like this. And then what I'm going to do now is give it a little roll. Here we go. So then I try to keep this in the kind of a square shape. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm adding some foil here. I just break it and spread it along. A little bit more. Hi Nanajit, how are we today? What I'm going to do next is sandwich this, simply fold into half. Good things inside. And then press your fingers gently, and we're going to create a dice again. රෝෂනේ මට දැන් බලන්න බෑ ඩාලේ. ලයිව් එක යන අතරේ අමාරු ඊමේල්ස් චෙක් කරන්න. බට් මම චෙක් කරන්නම්. එහෙම නැති වුණොත් මම ඔයාලට මෙසේජ් එකක් දාන්නම්. අද ඉස්කෝලේ ගිහින් ආවද මාල්කේ නංගි? Okay. What I'm going to do next is cut this into half. And combine it like this. As you see, you can see the gold pattern here. What we do is press this and create another cube. So we're going to go through this process a couple of times, guys. It's really like a marshmallow. Who wanna bite? How? Here we go. Now we cut this into half again. This time I'm attaching it like this. Hi Mashaka, කොහමද? මාල්කි මට දැන් ඊමේල් චෙක් කරන්න බෑ ලයිව් ස්ට්‍රීම් එකේදී. ඉතින් මම ලයිව් එක ඉවර වෙලා චෙක් කරලා ඔයාලට කියන්නම්. So attach it like this. And හොඳයි Mashaka. අපි ඔයාලට පුළුවන් Mashaka මේක බලාගෙන ඉඳලා ඔයාලට මේ කියලා ජුවලරි එකක් හරි කීලින් එකක් හරි හදාගන්න. So this is the last round we are doing this cube, and we're going to cut that into half. And then we are done with our color mixing. Here we go. I'm cutting this into half again. As you could see, there's some gold patterns inside. It might not be very much visible to you, but I could see it from this side. Now we're going to give it a roll. Here you go. That's our clay blend for beads. But if you want to do a jewelry, I'll show you. I'm not going to cut, but I'll show you how it comes. It would come very nicely, guys, if you have a cutter like this shape jewelry, earrings. So you can cut it like this. So that's going to be your earring. Or else you could do a rectangle shape, and that's going to be your earring. So this design is, you can use for earrings or any polymer clay jewels. The charm like this. This is what we made yesterday using this cutter. So you can do a charm like this. So it depends your need, guys. So I'm showing you how we create this blending effect. But here what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this for a bead. So to that I'll roll it. And this is kind of a tricky part for me. I'm gonna get some black clay. Trying to get the thin layer. I only do a small piece just to show you how we're gonna get this effect. Well, let me take this one off. And draw this again. I grab it out the night energy. You see? But here like around 6 o'clock again. I think it's stuck. Yeah. I was being hard with that. It was so sticky, so I got to do it again. When I use a new paper because it might tend to stick. So I'll use new paper, add a little bit of clay, and let's roll it. Here we go. So we got this clay roll. I'll give it a little stretch. And cut here. And what I'm going to do next is wrap this around this black color. roll it. Okay, the next part is we're going to cut it. As you see, you can see the black surrounding and pink shades inside. So when I'm cutting this, I'll make sure I cut that into the same width. So use this as a measure and simply cut all these pieces. It looks like sushi, isn't it? It's so windy here, guys. I need one as a measurement. Uh-oh. Guys, Ranjit asking you to double tap the screen and like the video. If you like what I'm doing, simply double tap the screen and like the video. And if you don't like what I'm doing, no option, guys. Let's double tap the screen and like the video. And if you like to connect with me, don't forget to subscribe with the notification all icon, so you will get the notification of my live streaming and bite-sized tutorials. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is layer them, maybe 3 in a row. Layer them next to each other. I really feel like this sushi is online and she's coming there like Ravi. ගොඩක් අය බලන් ඉන්නවනේ. ඇරෙන්න like කරනවා teacherට. I need one here. Let's get the closest one, maybe this one. Okay, now press it slightly until they attach to each other. Don't throw any leftover glaze, guys. You can save it for the next. I'll save this one. This is my main bit, but this one I'm showing you how we mix the colors and give it a roll. Hi Top, how are we today? Yeah. also really good for an earring. I'll show you. I'm not going to cut here. I'm just showing you how we can use this design clay in different projects. So here you go. You can use this as an earring too as well. For me, I'll use it for different purpose. So what I'm gonna do is I'll roll it. So we got the beads ready for my next few beads. I'll start with this one, guys. What I'm gonna do is I'll cut this portion that I think it's enough for my bead. So you can create a square bead or a round bead. So what I'm gonna do is I'm rolling it. Still you see the pattern. Don't pressure it too hard because it might lose the shape. See, you can see the beautiful pattern on your clay bead. It's unique. You won't find this anywhere. And again, you can't do it again as well, the same design. That's why I mentioned when you're doing this as a business like I do, create your own patterns. It's unique and the customers will love it because they can't find it anywhere else. It's very unique to them. And here what we're going to do is we're going to pierce this. So I'm going to use kind of this side. It's a 1 centimeter one. And pass this through. Got it. So here we go. We create our very first unique pattern bead. And for me, I'm using this for key rings. That's one of the high demand thing for me. I get lots of orders around these bead key rings. I will show you in a minute. The one that I did recently. So this goes in the oven, 130 Celsius preheat oven for 30 minutes. Make sure you bake enough. If you not bake properly, this will tend to crack when you are doing the making a jewelry or a key ring. When you work with that, it's tend to crack if it's not baked enough. So 130 Celsius preheat oven for 30 minutes. So that's our first bead. The reason I put this through is to get the hole slightly bigger. So I know that's easy for me to thread that through. Okay, let's do our next one. I'm gonna do slightly bigger this time. Same technique, guys. You simply, actually I think it's not enough clay, so I might need to, what I'll do, I'll add this scrap at the bottom and simply push it slightly until you get that round shape. What I usually prefer is roll on my hand but you can roll it here too. But I'll use it on my hand so I know how much pressure I'm giving to it. So this is our other bead with the pink patterns on it. I give it another roll. Thank you so much guys for liking the video, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and stay connected with me. So let's piece this as well. That's that bead. So what we do next is put this toothpick through that. Make sure you do it gently. Sometimes if you do it like quickly and harsh, it will tend to change the shape. So since you need to keep the same shape, do it gently. And here we go, that's our second bead. And this one I'm gonna go a little bigger because I'm gonna make a big boy. Here we go. I'm adding all this scrap here because I don't want to waste them. So it kind of goes inside and as a filler. පොළ ලස්සනයිද? Thank you so much Nanajit. ඒක අර unique design එකක්. අපි එමයි අලුතෙන් design එකක් හදාගන්න. So let's give it another roll. Beautiful beads, huh? And we're gonna piece this one too. And we put this toothpick through. Do it gently. That's our third bead. Very unique designs. If you missed how we make it, you can go back and watch it. So it's very pretty. ඒකට ප්‍රියාකිරි තමා තෑන් කරන්න ඕනේ නානජි. එයා තමයි මේ ඩිසයින්ස් හදන්නේ, ක්‍රියේට් කරන්නේ. So let's do the last one. I'm glad that you like it, Nanaji. ගොඩක් සතුටුයි ඒක ඩාන්ස් එක ගැන. Okay, so that's gonna be our last bead with this clay. I'll give it another roll behind the camera because it's easy. And I think it's where it's gonna sit. I think it's too big for that one. Let's do it here. Anyway, that. Thanks, manager. ඔයාට ඕන ආයෙ වගේ ටී-ෂර්ට් එකක් හදා ගන්න. ඔයාගේ YouTube team එකට. එයා ගාව ඩිසයින් එක තියෙනවානේ. ලේසියෙන් print කරලා දේවි. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is to complete my key rings with the beads, guys. I need at least 5 beads. So the 5th one I'm going to do with pure black. And I'm going to do a big boy here. Write it. Am I not it? That's our black one. Alright, so they all goes in the 130 preheat oven for 30 minutes. As I mentioned earlier, make sure you bake them very well. Otherwise, if it's not baked well, it tends to crack. Just for, since I can't bake it over and over, I'm going to do another black color one, but this one's going to be the medium size. What I'm going to do here is just clean this, as I can see some pink on it. So before you use any colors, when you're mixing colors, make sure you clean it, all your tools. Otherwise, you get all the colors mixed and you can't do anything after. My color ඒවා තිබුණේ නැහැ නේද එයා ගාව. So we got all our beads now. Wonderful. So what I'm going to do is quickly clean the surface and change my gloves because it's got pink and a little bit of dust, and it will ruin my next project. So when you are using different colors in different projects, make sure you clean your tools, make sure you clean your surface. You might think why these rubbers are. It's just to level your roller so it's get the same thickness. Okay. Let's give it a little clean. These things I'm gonna save it for my next project. Simply make a dice. That's the way that I store the leftover clay. Make a dice or make a ball. And make sure you put it in airtight container or wrap with the clear wrap. So the next project is with this clay. We got to create a few beads. So when you are doing these kind of things, make sure you try to keep your original design, the pattern as it is. That's why I actually roll it on my hand. So I know how much pressure I should give. It's within my control. If you use the tool like this to roll it, it doesn't really matter. But make sure it won't disturb your pattern. Here we go. Roll it, roll it. So you can see there's a gold dust on it and different colors and the blend. I really like this. Let's piece this one. Excuse me, a little trouble. Here you go, guys. And I put the toothpick through this. It's like a candy apples. A lollipop. It's like a lollipop. Okay. So let's do the next one. Next one I'm gonna make a big boy, so I need a large portion of clay. You simply press the edges and get a ball shape. I feel like I need a little bit more here. So let's add a little bit more there. Cut it up, Anna. As you see, you can get a beautiful design with this clay. Okay, now let's piece this. I'll go this way. It's 1.5 centimeter size one. And we put the toothpick thinking it was out of shape, guys. See, what I'm going to do is gently close this and redo. When I'm doing the customer orders, if it's not come perfectly or near perfection, I always redo it because it's someone's design. මට පොලොව කියලා කන්න හිතෙනවා දැක්කම. එහෙමද? මේක මෙහෙම roll කරලා අපි අනිත් design එකට යමු. Here we go. That one is better. So let's put the toothpick through and make sure you got the right shape. Here you go. So we got our second bead. Let's move to the next. Next one I'm going to do the medium size. Here round the shape. Roll it gently. And then let's piece it. Perfect little pinky bead. I can't wait to use this on my key rings. So they all goes in the 130 preheat oven for 30 minutes. So let's do another one. Maybe same size. That goes in the oven with the other beads. And the next one, I'll save this. I'm gonna do one of these color. It's a pretty pink. little black dot. I'll make sure I'll take it off. Otherwise, if you bake with this dust, you can't do much afterwards. Wonderful. So what we're gonna do is put this on the oven. I'll show you all the beads that we made. So these little beads goes in the oven. I really like these black and pink ones. It's so pretty. 130 Celsius. Preheat oven for 30 minutes. And they're ready to add on to your jewelry or the keyrings, whatever the creation you do. So guys, it's it for me today. So what I did today is showed you how we condition the clay, how we get these unique colors, and how we blend the clay to get these unique designs, and how we create the beads. So if you were there with me since from the beginning, now you know how to do this by your own. If you missed it, don't worry. You always can go back and watch the video. I hope you can create your own polymer clay beads, I hope you got some inspirations from me. Thank you so much again for joining with me. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe with the notification all icon so you won't miss any live streaming. Tomorrow, let's do another polymer clay tricks, and I'll give you some tips. Thank you so much guys for joining with me today. Stay safe, stay happy. I'll see you tomorrow. It's me, Bella. See you later, alligators.